I don't think that it's going to be easy because every game is special and every game is different. Of course, they probably you know will look at the game we just played and maybe change a few things. We don't know about that. We also have looked at this game and will maybe also change a couple of things. But we played well the other day, and we'll try to see if we can keep that kind of performance going, because that's how we have to perform in the playoffs here, and then hopefully it will be enough come Saturday.
If you win, there's a big layoff until your next match. So with that being said, do you play a Tristan Blackman or a Brian White, or do you wait and see to see how that game goes if you need them for a game 3, knowing that rest, it could happen, it could be good for them?
Yeah, that's what we have to figure out, huh? No, yeah, we'll see if they're ready to go. We'll look into it and see if they're gonna play or not, and we'll not hold back. It's also about getting people going as fast as possible, and yeah, a lot of stuff can also happen during training, so it's not that we can just wait and then put them out. We work them towards being ready and available, and then we'll see.
You drew up a magnificent game plan in the way that you attacked them and took away their time and space. Is that something you want to keep on doing moving forward, which generates so much offense for you?
Yeah, it's the way we play. We want to take the initiative in the game, and we want to be, a team that would like to attack, but still, on the other hand, also be balancing it out well, so we don't leave too much space behind us when we do. And I think that it's a style of play. We will not compromise that. We will go and try see if we can take the control over the game with the ball, and sometimes you succeed a little bit better than others. And the other day we had great success in that kind of with that kind of play, and sometimes it's even more difficult, and you don't really get the upper hand, but you have to fight a little bit more for it. Whatever it takes, we have to do it. But of course, our plan will be quite similar. We would like to play at a high pace and also see if we can control the game with the ball in Dallas.
Following up on Har's question, would your preference, Jesper, be to keep Tristan and Brian on the sidelines so that you don't need them on the weekend, so that they can get that additional rest, so that 3 weeks from now you can get them in there for at least a half or whatever?
We have to get them ready and available, and of course it's also a time where now we know that we have a game Saturday. No matter what happens, we're gonna play again. So I think it's not the final game, no matter what happens for us this season. So we also have to be smart about some of the players who's been dealing with some issues and problems. So we have to see. It's about the availability and see what they can bring also, because the team is also doing very well, and I think that it's a luxury that we have players also that kind of caliber coming back onto the roster, and I think it's luxury for the coach, but we have to see how we manage it.
Jesper, big news yesterday with Tristan being named MLS Defender of the Year. What have you seen from him this season that has made him so effective in his role?
I think Tristan is a player who has, a variety of things that he can do well for a team, and I think that he has been for us, especially in the beginning of the season, also throughout our CONCACAF run. I think that he was really playing at a high level, and he can defend well. He can defend the backspace with his speed. He's strong in duels. He's strong in the box, in heading duels, in ground duels. He's very, very good taking the ball up. Can play breakthrough passes, and also attack the next line and go close and open up the opposition's pressure with playing through some lines inside as well. So I think that he has really played with a variety of skills that can maybe has also impressed some of the teams we played against, because I think it's a great award for him to win and for us to get as a team. It's coaches and it's media and its players first and foremost who voted. So I think that also our opponents have recognized that he's been playing at a very high level.
He's been in this league for a while now, but this has been a real standout campaign for him. What do you think it is about the system that you've brought in that has allowed him to succeed and step his game up another level?
I think that, of course, that he's a matured as a player. That's one thing. Another thing is that he functions well within his teammates and the way we play. And then I think that the fact that he is maybe allowed to get more forward also with the ball helps him, because that's something that he's really good at. And also that he is able to cover the backspace very well and utilize his speed in that regard. And I don't know compared to last season, because when I saw the games of last season, when I started studying the team, my eyes really fell on Tristan, because I think that he looked to have a great potential, and maybe he's just matured a little bit more, and now become a really noticeable player even more.
Jesper, keeping on the defensive theme, it's been such a great campaign on the defensive side. I know it's always the attackers that get all the credit. The system that you've got, it's felt like one that no matter who comes in, you've had to switch out fullbacks, you've had to switch out centre-backs. Everyone seems to know their role. Was that something that you worked very hard on in pre-season, or has it just kind of developed as the season's gone on?
We worked very hard on it throughout the pre-season, and of course also in season. And we still make mistakes and we still allow goals, but I think overall we have been very solid in the defensive work, and also having a great goal in Yohei this season have had a very good season as well. So I think it's we work on it every day, and it's been really fun to watch how many players who could fit into it. And also I think if we started out in preseason and thought that we would play our first playoff game with the backline we had the other day, I think that it might be a little bit difficult. But they've really done well, and everybody has been ready to pick up the challenge we're right ahead of them. And I think it's full credit to the players, and also being ready mentally to try and take upon new challenges in the game. So yeah, it has worked out well. We would just like it to continue.
You spoke about Tristan liking to get forward. Mattia Laborda likes to get forward as well, and Eddie Eyre and everyone that seems to play in the back line. With that in mind, how key and crucial is Andrés Cubas to that defensive success this year? I think we all know what a great player he is, but like on Sunday, for example, he was like one of the men of the match, but he doesn't get noticed as much sometimes in games like that.
No, that's true. Andrés is, of course, a very good player and has been throughout the season. And yeah, the midfield in general is allowing our defenders also to get forward, and also allows us to be more aggressive because they put so much work into it. And Andrés definitely has a big role to play there. He's been very, very good throughout the season, and I think it's not the player you always recognize for goals and assists and stuff, but he has a very important part to play. He often intercepts the ball or put the pressure on the opponents, so they don't have time and space to play and sit us down. So I think, yeah, Andrés also in the rest defense play, he's very, very good, and taking a lot of pressure off our defense line as well.
So just to kind of pick at something from what Michael said, like the aggression that you guys defend with. A lot of times defenders are almost kind of have that coached out of them, right, to be a bit more passive, to drop. Just how's that process been? How aggressive you defend, with Tristan as an example, because I know sometimes in the past that's something maybe he struggled with, knowing when to be that aggressive, but then also knowing where to drop off. Yeah,
defensive play is not just about being aggressive all the time. You have to be able to handle the aggression. And for me, it's about the space. We have to control spaces around us, and if we can be more aggressive. We have to all the time we have to, if for a defender to be allowed to be aggressive, we need to know that there's cover behind in certain angles, and that's what we work on every day. We would like to be a forward defending team that can push up and take away space in front of us. But in order to allow that, we need to protect the backspace, and I think we play a relational defensive play. We don't just play a man-man play or a situational play. We play relational, and we make mistakes, and I've done throughout the year. But I think players know that they have the security to be aggressive in certain moments when they have the cover around them, and the cover is right. And I think that's what allows the aggression, that we can be, for one player can be aggressive but knows when the cover is there, and then sometimes we have to drop off when there's not enough pressure on the ball. And it's all about protecting the most valuable spaces at all time, but also, use the offside line is a helper for the defensive team. They can take away backspace by holding a line, so they can take away space in front of them. So I think that's also a thing that we've done well. I think the other day we had a couple of 3 or 4 where we pushed forward and they were offside. So it's really a balance, because sometimes we don't have pressure on ball, then we have to drop, and it's not just being aggressive for being aggressive. It's being aggressive in the moments where we can allow it, and I think we have so far found a decent balance, but we're not perfect.
You mentioned Sunday, 'cause Sunday you allowed Opta says one shot. I'm pretty sure the shot was offside. You had Dallas had 2 touches in the box. Like, would you say that was the prototype of how you guys want to defend and how you want to contain a team?
I think it's pretty strong words to say that it's a prototype. It's not normal. Also for us, it's not normal, and it was a game where we also cannot expect to play games like that very often, but it will be nice.